5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Put everything down and crank your speakers up.
It's time for
The Realest Podcast.
Oh yeah!
We got us a new world champion!
And what is going on, guys? You're listening to the Realest Podcast, and welcome to May 16, 2017 Smackdown Live Review. It's going to be me by myself. This is actually going to be a first time in a very long time that I am by myself. If you hear my phone go off, that is because it will be either Andrew or it could be somebody. It could be Andrew. I haven't really heard from anybody today. I'm assuming that Andrew is, has some stuff going on. Could have fallen asleep. Smackdown tonight wasn't that bad. Pretty good show. Nothing, other than that, I'd say a good 6 or a good 7. From what I've seen on Twitter, it was really fun to be there. Obviously, the go-home show for Backlash. But before we get into tonight's show, be sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying what you're listening to. Also, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss a show. When we go live, we go live every Monday and every Tuesday. We're also live every single pay-per-view and every single NXT TakeOver. It was also announced yesterday that good old JR will be commentating at this Saturday's NXT TakeOver. He'll be commentating during the United Kingdom. So that's something to look forward to. Love good old JR. What's up? What's up, Kev? And of course my phone goes off and it's way over there. Could have been Andrew. Could be Andrew. So you're going to have to bear with me if there is dead air. And I do apologize because I do have to get my phone. All right, so Andrew will be here soon. His iPad is the problem as of right now. So he will be here. But loyal fan Kevin Wright, yeah, you weren't here since day one. You hear, I don't know. We also saw the highlight reel start off tonight's show with Kevin Owens kind of, giving that, he's no longer here type of thing. But basically saying, the new face of America recap the beating of Chris Jericho and would basically deliver a similar pounding to AJ Styles, who also wrestled tonight. We saw Jinder Mahal with the Sami brothers come out. I didn't know you at day one. Doesn't matter, you weren't here. Failure. But to get into wrestling, AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. Speaking of, there is Andrew right there. I was just about to get into the Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles. What'd you think of tonight's show, Andrew? No, first off, I thought you fell asleep, man. I was like, oh, well, he's not texting you back. He's not reading my text. He must be asleep. Can you hear me? Hello. I guess he cannot hear me. Let's go, Jinder Mahal. You're a fan, Kev? But as I was saying, Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles wasn't that bad of a match at all. It really wasn't. Obviously, Jinder going on top. I apologize for dead air. It's just, technical difficulties going through all this. Obviously the ending being dirty and AJ Styles losing, it was good that it was Kevin Owens that cost him that match. I think Jinder, in all honesty, it doesn't hurt AJ Styles to lose. Reason I say that is because the guy has all the momentum in the world. There's really nothing for him to gain. for him. I mean, no matter what, win or lose, he's going to be, a top star wherever he goes or whatever he does. So I wasn't upset about it. Obviously, me being an AJ Styles fan, was sort of like, oh, he lost to this jobber. I still can't believe that Jinder Mahal is the number one contender for the WWE Championship, and there's still a good chance that he will pick it up. Andrew, can you hear me now? Andrew.
Can you hear me?
There we go. I was talking about the
All
AJ
right.
Styles and Jinder Mahal match. The technical difficulties, man.
Yeah, we're finally here, all together at once. Yay!
So, man, what happened, man? I thought you passed out.
No, just for some reason my iPad just did not want to cooperate.
Well, that stinks, dude. I texted you a few times. I thought, man, did he really fall asleep?
No, I be completely honest. I haven't received the only. Let's see. Yeah, the first message I got from you was "Where you at?" As I'm trying to drastically get on this thing. So I haven't received any messages at all night.
Oh wow.
So something's going on with my phone service too, apparently.
Oh wow. No, but what did you think of tonight's SmackDown, man?
It was entertaining. I liked it. I was pretty intrigued by the AJ Styles Jinder Mahal match.
Yeah, it was good, and I was just explaining. I'm not appalled or I'm not upset with the fact that AJ lost, and especially with the way he did lose, him losing because of Kevin Owens. It's not a bad thing. I think it's, if anything, it's better than him losing clean. And I was also saying that if AJ does lose clean, it really doesn't hurt him in the long run.
No, I mean, with Jinder Mahal, he's about to challenge for the WWE Championship. You can't let him look weak by getting pinned by AJ Styles.
Yeah, I agree, and he also makes Jinder Mahal look legit. It still baffles me to think, as I was just saying, it still baffles me to think that Jinder Mahal is the number one contender, and that he's beating people like this. So it is sort of crazy to think that he beat AJ Styles tonight. But this weekend's gonna be good, man. We got JR gonna be calling the United Kingdom match. We also have the United Kingdom show on Friday. So this weekend's gonna be a good weekend of wrestling. And honest, it's Backlash, and it feels like it's a major pay-per-view.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need some good, decent wrestling, and we need to get rid of the stench that is Monday Night Raw. And really get us back into the mix there.
Yeah, I agree, man. So what other major things really caught your eye tonight on SmackDown?
I really don't know. I mean, that was really the one thing that that really jumped out at me. The rest of the show was just
Yeah.
I
thought the contract signing, of course, was unnecessary. I really
why did they even mess with that? I mean, just to have a fight break out, come on.
I don't know. I think contract signings are only necessary if it's a title match. I never think a contract signing is necessary for a tag team match. What are we signing? All right, guys, we're going to have a contract signing? I mean, we might as well have, the whole 2 hours be a contract signing.
Yeah, what did you think of the announcement that Ty Dillinger and Aiden English are going to be the kickoff match?
I don't mind it. It's for one, it'll get the crowd going, and two, there's nothing for Ty Dillinger right now. So the fact that he's going to be on the kickoff show is a good step. It really, of course we want him on the main card and stuff like that, but it really is a good step for the guy. It's better.
I don't know. I'm a bit salty about that. I feel like he really should be on the main card.
It's not important enough. I don't blame him for not putting it on the card. I don't at all.
What did you think of Orton and Baron Corbin? I'm kind of curious what you have to say about that.
I thought Corbin looked good. I've watched Randy literally from the time he started to now, so it's sort of like I've seen the same thing all the time. So I'll be honest with you, Randy just doesn't impress me anymore. It's nothing against them. It's just I've watched them for so long. It's I would say the only like wrestler that does that right now that impresses me would be Cena, because Cena can really pull off a few things, and you're just like, wow, this guy could still do this. So, on Corbin's side, part of it, it was good. I thought the story was good. Basically, Corbin's trying to hurt him. One RKO takes him out. Not a problem with that. I don't think it hurts Corbin, but I think that kind of seals the deal that Sami Zayn will be taking a loss this weekend. I don't see Baron Corbin taking 2 losses. One against the world champion and then against Sami Zayn, especially with how close that match was with the world champion.
Yeah, but I mean, Sami Zayn, like it's unfortunate, but his job has always been to kind of put over the other talent.
I think his time will come. I just think that's what he's doing good right now, and that's what his job is. Juan, what's going on, man? Roman Reigns, that's right, man. Our Lord and Savior. What'd you think of it, of the main event?
Well, I'm always a big fan of Randy Orton. I really think, I'm the opposite. I was never really a big Cena fan. I was in the beginning. But, I was always more drifted toward Orton. But, that's me. I'm more of a heel. I'm more attracted to the natural heels. And that's what Orton really is a natural heel. But, his matches, I still can't help but watch them. And, even when they're kind of like throwaway matches, it's just, for me, it's always entertaining. But with Baron Corbin, I don't know. I feel like they have something there potentially somewhere down the road that they could really exploit into a feud. I think Baron Corbin has really come into his own over the past few months, and I really think that although he might not be the main heel right now, I have a feeling that after tonight's performance, I'm kind of convinced that maybe his time will come down the road, and I feel like the WWE is getting a little bit more behind Baron Corbin in terms of his ability and giving him more time to kind of explore with different people. So, I'm kind of excited to see what the future holds for Baron Corbin and possibly a feud somewhere down the road for those two.
Yeah. I've said it, I think, since the end of 2016 that Baron Corbin's going to have a championship by the end of 2017. And I'm still right there behind that. I do think that he's looking a lot better. He's doing a really good job. And once his time comes, it'll be good. I think he's doing a good job. I've never been a fan of him. I still really am not a big fan of Baron Corbin. But I think he's doing a good job. I'm not going to hate on him. What's his name was Roman? His name was Roman.
If it was Roman,
Well, if his name was Roman, and he was Samoan, he'd probably be getting a huge push. But I will say this: Breezango beating the Colognes, I think it was a positive and a negative. The positive is Breezango gets more momentum to their match this Sunday, and I think the negative is the Colognes taking the loss, especially with how they've beaten the former champions in the American Alpha twice, if I'm not mistaken, where they beat them down and then beat them in a match. So I think if they had momentum at all, which they did have some sort of momentum, I think their momentum is killed now. So
yeah, I was surprised when they put the two tag teams up there. I thought that they were doing something special with the Colognes. Maybe they still are. I just don't see why they would kind of try to. I guess they felt like them taking a loss tonight wasn't going to kill their momentum. I kind of disagree with that. I feel like if you're trying to build up a young tag team, and I guess they're not really young, but a newer tag team, make them look like good heels. We could think about it. We only really got one positive heel faction on SmackDown, and that's the Usos. In terms of they're the people we could say, oh yeah, they're the heels of the tag team division. We need them to be the heels that the Usos are. So, when it comes to it, I really want the Colognes to kind of come into their own, and I thought that's the direction they were going to take. I hope that's not the end of their push, so to speak. But you have to have Tyler Breeze and Fandango get the upper hand. I mean, or at least get pins because of the tag team champions. Because I honestly feel like it's the break that they need. Breezango, they earned it. And I really hope that this push is actually a legitimate push and they're going to stick behind it. I mean, I really do not want to see Breezango kind of get shuffled aside after this.
The more and more I see Breezango, the more and more I'm really hoping they win this Sunday. I really do hope that they win. Like, their promo tonight was really good. Their promo 2 weeks ago was really good. Their match yesterday, they've had good matches. I really do hope the Usos promos touch my heart every time. That was a good promo by them. And to be completely honest with you, Breezango looks scared. I don't know if that was just me, but they did look scared.
I mean, I hope not, and I apologize for that in the background. Of course, everyone decides they want to print while the show is going on. So I'm sort of trying to mute myself and not let this take over.
So, I thought they looked a little scared. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, it's, let's go. So, I mean, we really haven't seen a lot of the Usos when it comes to this feud. They've actually been really quiet. So, I'm actually really excited for this match. I really do hope Breezango wins for a possible good feud. I think the Usos are doing a good job with the belts, even though they really have only faced American Alpha. And I think if they were to change belt, the belt was to change hands, I don't personally think it would hurt them. But then again, I hope we don't get a Sasha/Charlotte type of thing where the belts just flip flop.
I don't think that's what they're going to do with these titles. I really don't. So, it's just a matter of what creative is going to go with it. They have the possibility of doing something very entertaining. So, let's see where it leads. It's just like the whole Jinder Mahal situation. People aren't excited for it, but I kind of am. I'm like, you know what? This is interesting. It's a curveball. Let's see where this goes.
I think I'm more excited of the fact that Jinder Mahal is your number one contender than I am with anything else. It's just like, oh, Jinder's the number one contender. Like, what's going to happen? But I think Jinder being on top every single week since this feud has started is sort of hinting that Jinder might not win it.
Well, unless Randy Orton goes on an RKO fest and RKO is the whole damn faction, it's looking like Jinder Mahal is really going to run away with this championship.
I disagree. I honestly and truthfully think that, it's going to be one of those Randy, the odds are stacked against him and he's going to overcome it. Classic good guy, bad guy stuff.
Yeah. We'll see.
So, obviously after the contract signing, we had Naomi go face off against Carmella. Carmella beating Naomi clean by a roll-up. I really don't have anything positive to say about this. I really don't. Why? Again, it's a situation where I get what they're trying to do and they're trying to tell the story, but your champion's being pinned. Carmella looks strong. Your number one contender for the championship looks bad. And your top face, which is Becky Lynch, looks bad also. Which, here's, a good topic. Tamina is a part of the welcoming committee.
Mm-hmm.
She just debuted at the same time Charlotte did. Why is she a part of the welcoming committee?
Because they have nothing better to do with her.
Yeah, I'm here. Man, Charlotte gets all these opportunities. I'm so mad. Yeah? Me too! Huh! But you just got here.
Honestly, that's what it is. It's just that we don't have anything else to do with you, so let's throw you in a faction and put you in a storyline.
It's crazy to think that I think Natalya has been in a storyline since the draft. But I'm about 90% sure of that. Her and Nikki Bella have both, not against each other, well, at one point against each other, but they have both been in a storyline or set some sort since the draft, which is just amazing. Obviously, Nikki Bella not anymore, but speaking of the Bellas, this past weekend, Brie and Daniel Bryan, welcomed in their daughter. So congratulations to them. And that's also why Daniel Bryan has not been on TV at all. That's why he probably won't be on TV for a while. But and then after that, obviously, the main event being Randy Orton versus Baron Corbin. Obviously winning with the RKO. Again, it wasn't a terrible Smackdown, but it was for a go-home show, it could have been better.
Much better than Raw, though.
Yeah, for me, I think that your best shows should always be your go-home shows. I always think the worst show should be the opening to the stories. I mean, you're going to get bad shows, but I think through from beginning to end, your go-home show should be that show that you're just like, that gets you hyped for that pay-per-view. That's what they're there for. To make you go, I can't miss it.
Right.
So, looking through news before we do cut this, cut the show off. Strowman is WWE starting to miss. Yeah, Strowman's gonna miss his opportunity against Brock Lesnar. That's already very public. So at the end of June, the WWE is coming to Beaumont, Texas, where I am from. What's going on? I don't really know how to pronounce your name, but I'm gonna call you Noor. What's going on, man? The WWE is coming to Beaumont, Texas. So. And one of the matches that were promoted, there's two matches that got promoted. One, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. The second being the Intercontinental Championship, Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the championship. So, obviously that's going to get cut because he's not healthy. I wonder who's going to take that spot.
Brock Lesnar.
If Brock comes to Beaumont, I'm going to that show. You think I'm joking?
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Out of all the cities, he could go to MSG or Chicago. He's going to come to Beaumont.
There you go. Keep hope. Be positive.
I don't think that'll happen, though.
You could dream, can't you?
I mean, I'd rather just see him at a pay-per-view than I would at a live show, because you know it's going to happen, just a bunch of suplexes. It's going to be short, too. But yeah, I think that might do it. Once again, before we do cut the show off, we go live every single Monday and Tuesday with a SmackDown Live review and the Monday Night Raw review. Be sure to tune in this Saturday with the NXT TakeOver Chicago prediction show and review. And then Sunday, obviously, being Backlash, all in Chicago. Should be a good weekend. So, until next time, for Andrew, peace out.